Today's interview is with Ektomorf. Now, I've been liking Ektomorf for a very long time already, and maybe so have you. They have quite a long career out already, so it's very possible that you've seen them around somewhere. And with a new album, it was only fair that I took the time to interview them and ask them why this album is heavier and more mean than ever before. We got quite an answer to that, so take the time to look at this interview fully and enjoy. Start you with congratulations on the new album, the Vivid
Thank
Black.
you.
Can you tell me a little bit how this one came together?
Well, when the COVID times came in, then it was like 2.5 years, and yeah, no touring, only really fucked up times, like really fucked up. I mean, for everyone, probably for you and for everyone. And I could not write anything. Actually, I don't know why, everything changed. And I don't know when, like after 2.5 years, suddenly I just got the motivation. Probably it was because after the lockdowns, we were able to touring. And after the tour, I came home and just started to write, and actually I wrote this album in 3 weeks or 2.5.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty fast.
Yeah,
it just popped out. Yeah.
Good. I noticed you were back with the AFM records.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you deliberately chose to go back to them, or? Because I think you were with Napalm on the previous one, right?
Yes, we were with Napalm Records, and we had the Reborn album. We got it out, and nothing personal. It's just things were not like we expected, from both sides, and we just said goodbye. And it was great to come back to AFM because all the guys I know there for a long time, 12 years.
Yeah,
pretty fucking long, so it was good to go back there. And it's great now. I'm happy because things are going good, pretty good.
Yeah, good. When you look at the previous releases, where do you think the longtime fans will find the biggest surprise towards the new one?
Actually, what I see, and I'm happy for that all the old fans are like saying that Ektomorf is back to their roots, and that's fucking good. Because I think the same. It's just very simple, just like very simple notes, what the band is used to be. And on the Reborn album, it was different. And I don't know why. It was that kind of time for me to, to write something like that. But now I'm really back to what I used to be. Simple and fucking heavy and groovy riffs, screaming vocals. But what is new I think for everyone is the clean vocals. Because you can hear some clean parts, not many, just a little bit, but they just fit. And I thought that I have to put them in. I didn't want it the first time, but I have two Meds and my long friend, and actually he's the only band member in the band like for a long time. So, but he's the producer. And then I sent him the songs, and then he was like, "That's fucking good, man. You should go on this way." So he gave me some support to do this because I didn't used to sing on my clean voice, and I will now. So the clean things are like, I think they're pretty surprising, but they're not too much, just a little bit. And the tuning of the songs are going back to the old times, also going back to 6-string instead of 8. And but the old fans are saying that that's what we were waiting for. At least that's what I see, as feedback from the first single, "I'm Your Last Hope," "The Rope Around Your Neck," and also on "You and Me," which is the second single. So can't wait to play this in live.
Good to hear that. I was wondering, like, if you have so amazing many albums out as you have, like, how do you still keep up with the inspiration for new material then?
Well, first of all, thank you. And it like I said, it was really hard. It's been like 2.5 years, nothing.
Yeah.
I sit down, I play, or I had maybe some song ideas in my head, but they just fucking died right away, and it was shit. Anything, everything that just came was shit, and I didn't like it. And then suddenly it happened after the tour. I guess I had to be on tour.
Mm.
It was important, and a lot of bad things happened. Really, really, really fucked up things during the COVID and after the COVID, relationship wise, and my mother died. So it's just a lot of fucked up, really bad things,
Yeah.
and that's all came out, and you can hear it on this 34 minutes because it's really dark. It's fucking heavy, even for me. I mean, when I listen to this, I'm just in the band room, man. I was playing it over it, just rehearsing with the songs, and it's almost like scary when you listen to them. They're like, everything what you hear that is real, not fake. It's not like I just want to be angry and be tough and tune low as possible. No, it's just pure anger and sadness and depression and bad things.
Mm.
So it's not a happy album,
No,
actually.
but it's good that you can put it out. Then I guess if it's that personal that you can release it.
It is very personal, yeah.
Yeah,
And always musicians used to say that, me too, that the album is personal, the song is personal, but this time it is really. And actually I'm happy to share it because I'm sure that there is a lot of people out there who dealing with the same shit. That's life.
yeah,
It's you
it
don't
is.
need to, yeah, you don't need to watch a horror movie or stuff like that to go through some, life. Everyday life is much more fucked up and scary, and yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I was listening to this title track for the Black, and it seems very diverse. What can you like tell me about that track specifically?
About Vivid Black, the song is about a really fucked up woman in my life. It was a relationship, and it's actually about it's about her very twisted mind and the state she put me. Actually, when COVID came in, I lost myself. Like I could not be myself, which I was used to before for like 40, 45 years. And then it came, and I changed. So this person just you know ex- you know took advantages of it, what I
Mm.
was, and there, and yeah, and I, where I got, it was a really dark and fucked up place where I even felt like, I was ready to kill her. It's not stupid, but yeah, it was that bad. But I think when someone listens to it, they might think, oh, this guy is crazy. But I mean, when you're in a real fucked up relationship, it goes through your mind. And actually, for some people, it's not going through their mind, they're doing it. You can see it. It was just, yeah, at night, especially at night, it came out. And yeah, and I wrote it out. And but it's also about that loneliness that you can feel when you're just done, and
Yeah,
when it eats you up completely. And I wrote it. That's why this song is, I think, is special because of the opening tunes on the guitar that sounds like a kind of like a movie track, something like that, and then I sing the most my most melodic vocals on this album, on this song, Vivid Black. And but it goes to really angry in the end and fucking heavy. And so, but the whole album, I mean, I could say that this album could be dedicated for a bad relationship, and in yeah, with a woman with with family, with just friends, and just a lot of disappointment. Not saying that I'm perfect, but because no one is. But yeah, what I lived through in this time period there, it was really horrible, and it's all in there in the album.
Yeah, I think you can definitely hear it. I mean, for me personally, I really loved how much energy you gave, like on Die. It
Oh,
feels really like you feel it, you know.
that's great because Die is, it was good that I could write it out instead of doing that, and it's just horrible when you feel like that, that
Yeah,
you say die, motherfucker, die, and some people, they don't want to say this, but I'm that kind of that I say fuck you and die, I mean, and I mean it, and it's in that song, and that was actually the first song I wrote for this album, and I remember that the chorus part came first in my mind. I was and I already heard some riffs in my head, but it was in that time when I already was inspired, and so that day when I heard the riff in my head, I wrote the song. Pretty simple, pretty much like just simple going hardcore on the guitar, very simple, but heavy.
yeah,
And the people can motion it at the show for
yeah.
sure.
I think so. Yeah, that will definitely be a life killer. Good.
Thanks.
Um, you released the "You and Me" as your latest single. What can you
Mhm.
tell me a little bit about that track?
You and Me is again about when you get just disappointed, and I'm saying in the chorus that this is the end for you and me, and I really mean it. And actually, it was about one person, but then it became about more. And I think again a song that a lot of a lot of us out there can just relate to it, because that's life.
Yeah,
Things are these things are not forever. They fucking end, and it can end nice and bad. And in this case, it was ending bad, very bad, and I wrote it down. And music wise, it's so fucking angry. Like, I remember when I was singing it, and we've been in the studio in Denmark, and then the two told me that when I was finished, because I think it was one take, probably, or maybe one and a half take, just some other you know things to put in there. But the main part was just one take, especially the chorus, and he told me, just come out and listen, man, because I think you're done. It is. You just nailed it. It's fucking. It's brutal, and I love this song. But I love the whole album, actually.
mm,
Like I said, I just played it through here. It's not long. It's 34 minutes. It's not a big deal, But the energy, the anger, and the hate. It's like when the label asked me to write some notes about this album. I said that this is the angriest album I ever wrote, and some people said that, oh yeah, yeah, this is the angriest album, but it is. I mean, we have Outcast, which is like considered as the heaviest album from Ektomorf, but Outcast is not even close to this album. I sing on a different way on this album. I sing, it's not like a regular growling like just like this or oh, like this. I really y- just yell from from anger, and that's what you hear. I sometimes I even lose my breath there, and we recorded it because we thought that sounds good. That sounds honest.
yeah, yeah. That is what it is in the end. There, cool. I was a little bit surprised because I saw earlier you released the cover from Nirvana, the Heart Shaped Box. Why did you chose to do that track? And I think it didn't make it to the album in the end, but maybe in
Hmm.
some part as bonus. I don't know. I haven't heard about that yet, but I was really wondering why you chose that one.
Uh, that was the time, I said earlier that
Yeah,
there was that absolutely no inspiration, nothing came out, and one day I was just jamming with the guitar, and I was watching on YouTube the Post Malone. He has his Nirvana tribute online show. I think that was a lockdown show, and that was fantastic. I mean, the guy is singing so fucking good. You know, his voice is just like could be any time in a rock or even in a metal band. He's good. You know, though other that he's singing different shit, but he can, and he's a metal fan. Anyway, I watched that live session, and I was just like, this is fucking cool. And that song, Heart Shape, was just, I know the song before, of course, but it just catched me, and I just started to play on the guitar, and I got my phone, recorded a minute from me on it, recorded a minute of it, and I just put it on the Actom of Facebook because there was nothing to put out, you know. When I was like, okay, here you go, I'm jamming at home, and fans like it when they see that you're jamming at home, jamming at home on your guitar, and yeah, it it just went crazy, like 100,000 likes and a lot of comments, and I was like, well, let's fucking do it. So I talked to the guys, I talked to the local studio, we recorded it, we even made a video of it, and we released it. And that was, well, it got two sides. Some people liked it, some not. We got like, we got pussy, and we got soft, and that's what Ektomorf is nice. Ektomorf is going down, and well, all those can watch now. They can listen to Vivid Black,
Yeah.
because we're not getting softer. It was just a cover song,
Mhm.
and but a lot of people liked it, and I didn't want to put it on the album because the album is complete.
Yeah.
It's like it's 10 songs, and not even another heavy song could fit on the, because I had one more song, which I was thinking to put it on the album, but no, it was the vibe would be different. Now when you listen to the album, it's just one straight line, you know, and so that's why the colors, it didn't make it on the album. And if you listen to the album now, because you already heard the whole album,
Yeah.
and you listen to that cover, it just that's now. But it doesn't mean we're never gonna play it live. Maybe we're gonna play it on the tour. Why not? It's a cool song.
Yeah. Cool. About that tour, I mean, I saw you had quite some dates posted already for spring. Do you
Hmm.
think you're gonna expand to other countries from that? I missed the show in the Netherlands.
Uh, well, we definitely will do it. This is what we got now. I mean, I'm not the
Yeah.
booker, and
Yeah. True.
my booker, my booking agent Tom, he's doing his best. This is what
Mm.
we got now, but this is like fucking 39 days
Yeah.
and no day off. But that's all
That's
I like.
insane. Yeah.
I love it because, when you get a day off, then especially me as a singer, my voice is getting, rest, and that's not good to get it back. It's sometimes it get back real fast, sometimes it's like 2 3 days, and it doesn't, it makes no sense. So I rather go straight on hardcore for 39 days. I hope I'm gonna survive.
Yeah.
I hope, because this is gonna be the longest tour we ever did. But definitely, I'm sure that we're gonna do other countries, and I'm sure we're gonna do Netherlands. Maybe if not on this tour, but maybe a festival.
Mm.
We open for every you know uh, request or booking, because Ektomorf is a live band. We love to go and play.
Yeah. I can totally tell. Well, then I have one last question for you, and that's: do you have a Christmas wish or some wisdom to share with the world?
Christmas wish. Well, it's pretty sad, but I have one because I just lost my mother. So
Oh,
if my mom could be here with us, because this is gonna be our first Christmas without her,
oh,
and
yeah,
if she could be back, I would give my whole world for it, but it's not gonna happen. But other than that, I wish for all the Mellow fans to enjoy the new album, because I think it's something special and heavy, like not on the line what everything, what every band is doing now. I mean, in this
mm,
style what we're doing, because we went to a different sound. If you listen to the album, you can hear it's like more like the early 2000, the late 90s. We went to there, and because I'm fucking 48, so that's what I came from. So I wish for them to enjoy this new album. It's dark, it's heavy, it's real metal. So hope to see them on tour.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time. I really enjoyed talking
My
to you.
pleasure.
And well,
Me too with you.
Merry Christmas.